We have an Arborvitae hedge around the west side of our house, and geez, I forget how tall it is now. I'll have to measure my story pole to see how tall it is. But I've been working on it for the last 6 days. Well, today makes day 6 of trying to trim it. Trim the top of it. I did take a video earlier, you'll see out of that. The bedroom window upstairs, the top of it. The project is going pretty slow. You can see from this view of the hedge, the arborvitae, it's pretty wild up there. In fact, I checked the calendar and it was 6 years ago when I last trimmed this hedge. And so for 6 years it's been going wild on me, and I just haven't had the time or the energy to work on it. I did recently trim the arborvitae over here. This little was clump, what do they call it, clump arborvitae or something like that. It's been growing pretty wild here lately, and we trimmed that down. Took about 6 or 8 bags truckloads to the dump of that. But my next challenge is going to be that one right there. I really don't know how I'm going to get after this one. That's going to be a hard one to work on. Take you over here and look at this. See, there's not a lot of room for a ladder to dig up in there, and it's right on the neighbor's fence line. We'll have to figure something out there. I was thinking about maybe getting a drone to go up there and trim it for me. Think that would work? But anyways, getting back to this project, this is day 6. I'm a little embarrassed to tell you it's been 6 days, but it's not 6 full days. Probably averaging 3 to 4 hours a day. You can see up in there, that peg pole up there, that's an aluminum pole I'm using as a story pole to try to keep the top the even distance from the ground all the way around. I'll take you down in here. There's a lot of, over the years, I've let the brush stay in there to try to shield or act like the hedge was a little more dense, but I've decided to heck with that. I'm going to cut the brush out. Maybe by cutting the dead brush out, it'll let the rest of the tree get a little more, maybe a little more light, and might grow a little better. So this is where we are at right now. Another thing about this project is the landfill is around here is only open on Fridays and Saturdays. So what I've been doing is bagging all this stuff, and that's a project in itself. I think I'm up to 12.5 bags of clippings and brush that have been cut up. So that slows the process down quite a bit. I'll take you over here to show you my brush pile, or my bags. That's Deb's garden out here. Here is the bags and stuff. So I was telling Deb I probably spend as much time bagging as I do clipping. But I think those are 12 bags right there. So anyways, that's where we stand. I thought maybe just for the heck of it, I'd hook up the camera, maybe show you a little bit of what it takes for an old man like me to work on a project like this. I hope by the end of the day, wouldn't it be nice by the end of the day I could get maybe to right here. I'm hoping so. Not to mention, but one of the job requirements is not to cut it too much of the greenery off so you have brown spots. Case in point, brown spots. I'm taking a beating over those, so my inspector general will be out here watching me if it gets I cut it too low or too much green off. I do have a brown spot up in the tree right there, pre-existing, so it's duly being documented at this point. The first order of business this morning is to chop up what brush I got right here and put it in the barrel, and then climb up top and see what I can do. You can see over here, well, I don't know if I should point to it, there's a lot of dead still up in there. I don't know how much I'm going to cut out. Here we go. I'll see if we can speed this up a little bit, a little time elapse. You'll notice, maybe hearing some voices, this is a popular street for folks walking their dogs early in the morning. Well, actually all day long. So here we go, we'll go a little time elapse. Hurry this job up a little bit. That time elapse tired me out. I'm going back to regular speed now. Okay, we're going to take a measurement from the bottom of the story pole up to the red mark I got for the cut line. See how well this works. Oh, stay there. Stay there. Oh, 12'4". 12'3" is the center advice. 12'3". That's about where it's been over the years at that height. Put this down. Come around here without knocking off the camera. Yeah, try again. I got to be careful with that aluminum pole because I do have an electric wire going across from the pole to feeding our house right above me here. Actually, it's a little bit to the left now. I passed it, but you never know. So that's the process of the story pole. Let me straighten it up a little more. Now I'm gonna rig up the ladder and take you on a trip up top to show you what it looks like up there. I think it's corny sometimes where people doing their own videos, they have a video they set up on a thing, and then you can see the thing going by the camera, and then seeing it go past it, and it makes it seem realistic, but it's kind of corny because the only way that can happen is you got to stop and move the camera yourself. But we'll do it. We'll see how it works out. I'm going to move the ladder here a little bit. I don't know if I can make it get any room in there to move it. Ooh, pretty tight. That's it. That is it. That's all she's going forward. Oh. Well, let me go up there and just take a look and see if I can reach some of that stuff that's a little bit farther away. The ladder is still pretty well jammed in there. Should be okay. Here we go. You got me bending backwards. This isn't gonna work. Bending backwards too far. Okay. Doesn't work. Well, I got up here. Ooh. I'm wondering if I'll be able to get down now. Pretty tight squeeze. I don't know, I think that's about right. Now if I can get down. I always thought it would be fun, maybe, especially those arborvitae over there, the ball arborvitae, to maybe sculpture that into, I thought maybe making a train out of it, you know. Here's a guy who can't even make a snowman, thinking about sculpturing arborvitae too. So obviously I never got around to it. But maybe a day will come. I think I'm going to call it quits up here on this then. If I look over. right.
Oh my God. Don't get up yet.
I'm dead.
You should know that this is not a good place to. What'd you hurt?
What happened is I moved a ladder and I tried to,
Is it on tape?
yeah, no, I don't think so. I tried to push myself up through with my head to open up the way up there, and I lost my balance and I came down. I got hung up on the ladder on the way down, but I'm okay. See if I can touch it up just a little bit more. Well, we made pretty good progress today. You can see there's several holes in the hedge. Some of those holes are from the winter kill. What happens, the snow gets on it. And I come out and shake the snow off it best I can, but sometimes it just breaks off some good sized limbs, and then we end up with holes. The access way to the path, I don't have it too bad on this side. The idea was to go up and sort of rounded top there. That's not too bad. But then we got these big holes here. That was from snow kill. We haven't done that, so you can see my story pole back in there. So I got more or less from the story pole down and then over to here will be the end of it. Been quite a project. Today I started fairly early, and it's almost 6 o'clock now. Look at it from this angle here. Those are, that over there is going to be the big challenge. I don't know. Not as many holes on this side, a couple of lower holes. Take a count now. We got 2 bags over there that are half full. We won't count those yet because they haven't been delivered to the staging area. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, That's what the count is. There's 16. Plus we're working on 2 over there. Hey, Bear. You ready to go in, Bear? Okay, let's go in. Getting ready to start. I think this is day 6. I might have called yesterday day 6. But this is the next day. And you can see there are a couple of wild ones right up in there. That one's almost 3 foot tall. There, and there's another wild one over in there. But this is what we got left from this corner all the way down to here. See if we can get it done today, because tomorrow I got an appointment with my daughter to borrow her pickup truck to take a load to the dump or to the recycle place. Here's my story pole. I'll do a little clipping up here. Actually, I'm a little bit low on the story pole, but I think I can. Man, I think I got about all I can reach up here without overreach. You heard overreachers. Okay. Well, let's see how I can get down out of here without ending on the bottom feet up. Ooh. Oh, I better. Let me see if I can. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, getting ready for my first ladder move. I think I'm going to take a short break before I do that. Well, I've made it all the way around. And I got one lone guy sticking up there right down from the story pole. I gotta go in and make the last ladder move to get him. I guess there's a little piece over here that I can get to. But that's the culprit. That's the last. Hold on, let me see if I can. Focus in on that bugger. And then it's clean up. I got a lot of stuff on the ground to clean up. Okay, the challenge this morning is to come out here and take all this stuff to the transfer station. So Bear's out here taking a look at it. We're going to go get my daughter's truck and back it in there, move that car out of the way, and load it up, and hopefully get it all on one load. We'll see how it goes. Now I got to figure out how to get this top off this truck.
How do I know if these are going?
Yeah.
Is it video? Is it on video? You're what?
The hardest part is getting the knots out of this. I'm getting set up with this ground drainage fabric to put on my supports to use as shielding for the fence. Now, if you notice that we cut a lot of the dead brush out at the bottom of this hedge here. I had kept it for years and raked around it and struggled with it, but because I thought it helped shield some of the view coming through the bottom. But what I'm going to do is take that fabric and tack it onto our panels here. These panels were panels that I had made to protect the young arborvitae trees that are now out front and right here on the side for the first couple of winters to give them a chance to get started so the snow wouldn't kill them. These trees right here in the front row. But we're going to use those panels and staple the fabric onto them and put it up. So that's the next project. Bears keeping an eye on it, so hope things go okay. Just getting started. I do have a pair of those plastic sawhorses down at my son's house. And I'm just, I guess to cut this, I'd have to cut it on the ground anyways, but for do the stapling, it'd be easier to have them up on the sawhorses. But we'll see if we can get by without them. We get started here. Now the question is, how long do you think this project will last? Ran out of bullets. Okay, there's number one. Also, part of the scheme of using this is that one, it shields some of the light coming through. That makes the arborvitae look fuller at the bottom because of all the dead that I took out, and the deer had eaten away on this side of the hedge. So we're going to deck this up and see how it looks. I'll bring you over here a little bit. Got bungee cords to bungee it in place. I had some of my own cloth there, and you can see that's a little darker color. So I got this left over from my son's project. I hope you saw it on the video where he and his wife Samantha did their own patio and dug about 2 feet, 2.5, 3 feet out of their backyard by hand and put in their own patio. But that was fabric left over. Okay, we'll see what this looks like. I just noticed it makes it a little difficult to bungee it. Have it. Let's see here. Where are the bungees? Where did I put those? Lighter than I thought, but the idea of the fabric on the backside where I have it is because the prevailing winds are coming out of the west, which is over here, and north. But the local harbor is still out of bungees. They're out of bungees, so I want to go out the outside and take a look at it and see what it looks like. It looks pretty light here, but we'll see. See what it looks from the other side. That's the important side. Yeah, it's kind of light. Huh. I wonder if the darker ones would be better to start out with. There. That might be a command decision from my wife. I still have some of that darker material left over. Maybe right here it should be darker because there's a lot of Bear, be quiet. Well, the boss just made it home, and she's not real too happy with the way the sunlight comes through this. it does help a little bit. And then shade will help. We'll keep going. Maybe she'll change her mind. Well, we got 4 sections up so far. And one thing, the boss isn't real happy with the way the sunlight comes through that. And she's talking about maybe painting the one side to make it a little bit less, what do you call it when something you can send light through it? Opaque, less opaque. The other thing I was wondering is this cloth that we're using. If you can see, if you get close to it, it's like a fiber, almost like a fiberglass in it. I wonder if, one, if it'll hold up to the sunlight, and two, if it, how well it will weather outside. Maybe the first windstorm it'll be all blown down. So we'll have to see. So that's what's up for debate now, is whether or not to paint them, paint it the color. If I had an artist that could paint some more Arborvitae right on it, that'd be pretty slick. Or whether it'll even last long enough to be worthwhile painting. Just came up with another possibility for our opaqueness of the paneling, and that is to double up the layers of this thing. Now let me put this piece over here, and you can see the difference. You can see that through that pretty good. It's using up a lot more material. I'll put this on here. What do you think? You think she'd buy that? It's a lot better, but it's going to eat up a lot of that drainage cloth material, and I don't know if I have enough to do it all. We'll see what the boss says about that idea. Thanks for listening. I just tacked up my last panel. I cut it precisely and stapled it on precisely. And I came up here on the deck to check it out, and it wasn't recording. So you guys missed out on a really good video. Anyways, I'll take you back here and we'll tack this one in place. The last one. Although I do have to make a little fill-in gap right there with one. But let's go with this one. Come on. Okay, you guys stay right here. I'll fasten you to the ground. Whoop. I better get this. I'm moving just a minute. Get by you here. The next project I got on this side of the house. And okay, I got my no parking sawhorses side up, hooked up. I've got a low bat, just came in, that's not good. Gotta close this. And then try to plug that hole right there. So, according to the fail-safe dimensions I've just taken on my sheet of paper that I can't find, here it is. I need 47 inches of vertical. Where's my thing here? I'm going to cut this out of the middle. It's kind of stupid, but I will. 21 and a half, and then I'm only 17. All right. We'll see what we got. Here's my hope. Just put a new blade on the saw. We'll see how she cuts. Almost cut my cord. That would have been good. I didn't realize 3 days ago when I finished working on the screening here that I had a low bat on this last bit of work here, and it didn't come through. Actually, that was probably a pretty good thing because it was a struggle. But anyways, we got it. We got the piece in there, and we got our bungee cords holding up the screening. Hopefully what it'll do is it also keep the extra leaves from blowing in here in the fall and make it easier to clean up back here. But that about wraps up this project. I would be remiss without saying that it's not without its consequences. About 2 days after we went to the landfill to get rid of all the clippings, my back came down with a problem and a half. I've been about 50% power ever since then. But I think it's beginning to get a little bit better. I didn't realize at the time that just lifting those bags, maybe loading the truck and unloading and so forth, was pretty tough on me. But I think it's beginning to feel a little bit better now. Anyways, I certainly do. I know by looking and editing this video that I certainly look my age, but now there's no doubt in my mind that I feel my age. I hope you enjoyed the video.